has received a record of over 719,000 applications for special votes only. That includes 315, which is 44% of home visits, and 56% for those who cannot get to the polls tomorrow. To help us unpack these and other election-related logistics, we have invited the former chairperson of the IEC, Advocate Pansy Tlakula. Advocate Tlakula, good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning and thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you. Advocate Tlakula, let's start with you sharing with us your experiences with the previous elections. Just before we get to the difference between the local government elections and the national, your past experience. You were with the commission for 13 years.
Yes, for 13 years. I think for starters, just to say that yesterday started off very well. I had applied for a special vote for a relative of mine who had to be visited at home. And I have to say that the IEC officials were there before 11 o'clock to assist my relative to cast his vote. So at least it started well. I think in our country, sometimes we're very hard on ourselves. And I think we are doing very well compared to, what obtains in other countries. As a person who works on the continent, what I see at home really is very special. You'd know that in other countries, on the continent and elsewhere, in the run-up to an election, opposition leaders are usually arrested. And examples are abound where opposition parties would be in jail and they would be released after an election. Here at home, it doesn't happen.
So on the political party view, we are here at home.
Yes, it is very good. I think freedom of association, we live it as it is in the Constitution. So I think we need to look at the good things that we have here at home. On the side of freedom of expression, as well in the run-up to an election, there are many examples on the continent where just before the election, the internet is closed. Social media is closed, so that there is no communication. But that does not happen here at home. Campaigning is robust. An election is not for the faint-hearted. People might not like what political leaders say to each other, but it's okay because that's the nature of the business. As long as in their robust campaign, they do not really go into hate speech, which is the only speech that is not allowed. So it's okay. I think we are a vibrant democracy with very vibrant civil society. The right to freedom of expression, we really live it and respect it. And where we feel that it has not been respected, where there are concerns, as there were with the SABC, civil society will step in and other players will step in, and that's South Africa. That's the beauty of our country.
Now, let's go back to the logistic part of things, especially for you. You're not speaking for the IEC, but you've been with the IEC for so many years. I mean, you've got a vast experience on that. What does one take into consideration, Advocate Tlakula, when organizing the local government elections?
Local government election, it's a very complex election because unlike the national election where you deal with 10 elections. Here we deal with many elections because ward elections, ballot papers for each ward are different. So it needs, the IEC to pay very special attention to the logistics. That is why now and again you find that there will be mistakes, wrong ballot papers being delivered to wrong places. That will happen because just of the scale of the operation. So that's how it is. But I think what is important also is for the media, and I want to go back to the media, to report accurately and factually and not to sensationalize, particularly where there have been mistakes. Because if one mistake is blown out of proportion in the way in which it is reported, it can throw the country into disarray. So the message that I have also for the media is that the media should inform the South Africans of all the processes, but ensure that in doing so, it reports accurately and factually.
All right. But we've actually seen an increase in the number of independent candidates that are to contest the elections. Does it in a way have an impact on the operations of the commission? Does it perhaps exert pressure on the commission?
I wouldn't say so, because the Commission prepares for every eventuality. The Commission would anticipate that with the maturity of our democracy, the number of independent candidates will increase. So I don't think that puts unnecessary pressure. The pressure is on the independent candidates themselves, because they have to compete against large parties that have enormous resources for campaigning purposes.
All right, no, Advocate Tlakula, that's where we're going to leave it. But thank you so much. Have you voted? Are you voting tomorrow?
I will vote tomorrow.
You're voting tomorrow.
Yes,
all right,
yes.
no, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. There you have it, the former IEC chairperson, Advocate Pansy Tlakula, helping us to unpack the 2016 local government elections. But we're taking a break.